12 months ago, I moved from inner city South Melbourne to 20 acres in the Grampians. I just needed a bit of a change. I was feeling a little bit stuck. Never lived rural before. I'm also converting a 1963 Bedford bus with no experience. And I think at the age 55, it's a good time to make those changes and shake things up a little bit. Mum and I have spent the last 20 years running our lingerie retail business. I came to the realisation that it was time for me to create a new and a different life for myself. It wasn't scary, it was exciting because I love change, and what a change it has been. My life quickly went from retail to rural. I found Harry, the Ford Transit, and loved van life so much I upsized to Nora, the V-Dub, and Mouse loved van life just as much as me. What I discovered after visiting so many camping sites is that I belonged in the bush. So I decided to swap this view and lifestyle for this one. I was on my way before even settlement was complete. It was a 2.5 hour drive from Melbourne.
In 350 metres, arrive at your destination.
Yep, it's a very long driveway. It was this huge dam that I really fell in love with. But the best surprise of all was on my arrival here, there must have been about 50 kangaroos greeting me in my paddock. Another amazing surprise was this little caravan that Sandra, the previous owner, left me. I couldn't be happier. And since my furniture won't arrive for another month, I guess this will be home for now. Best morning ever, really seeing the property. It was even better than I remembered. And my biggest surprise moving out here is the abundance of wildlife, not just the bird life, and there's lots of rabbits and foxes. I have so many kangaroos on my property. Front garden, they're in the back paddocks. I love having them. This is in my front paddock. So many kangaroos. Actually, so much wildlife, from lizards to cockatoos. And this is where I was feeding the lizard, but fed its backside because I thought it was its head. Sheep next door, also cows. These are the 2 Jack Russells from next door meeting Mouse. Just beautiful nature, and of course rabbits are everywhere. And this is from my lounge room where I'm seeing these 2 kangaroos boxing. And this is the next day, 2 smaller kangaroos having a bit of a boxing match. Video I made during the fires. Within a few months of moving here, we had the fires in the Grampians, and it was absolutely devastating, especially for the wildlife. I left my property 3 times and we had to evacuate, eventually had to drive to Melbourne and leave the house, take the pets. It was a real case of the unknown, of not always knowing what the right decision was to make. These were the conditions the first time that we left. It's been almost 2 weeks since the fires started, And as devastating as they were, the amazing changing landscape was really interesting to watch. My auntie Trish, Mum's twin sister, is staying with me for a few months, so it's been quite a Christmas. It's just feeling a bit close. It just told us the fires are within 11 k's from here, so I'm going to take Auntie Trish and Mouse and Jaffa and off we go. My home is that blue dot. The orange and red circles is the fire, and you can also see the wind direction, which is coming straight for us. We decided to spend the night at the relief centre, which was really great actually. This day was extremely smoky. You couldn't even see the Grampians. So the family came up Christmas Eve. There was a community meeting, so we got some more info, and we were told that Boxing Day was going to be a very bad day for fires. So we spent Christmas Eve and Christmas Day preparing the home. Here you can actually see the flames. Here I am on the roof cleaning out the gutters. Here's Mum raking up the leaves, Dan and Wally being Dan and Wally. And we knew that when it didn't feel right, we would leave. And then on Christmas Day, it didn't feel right. We'd sort of made the decision the night before that we would go on Christmas Day. And as you can see, it's looking pretty close and pretty bad. So we decided to take off. Not only was there a fire on the road home, this is the message that we received about 40 minutes when we were on our way. Lots of fire trucks as we were leaving. We were expecting 16 of us on Christmas Day, but a few days before Christmas we cancelled. But it was okay because in November, when my cousin was here from the UK, Lisa, we had a November Christmas and that was a lot of fun. So I didn't really feel that we missed out. After 3 nights in Melbourne, we headed back home. Fire got within 5 k's of home. There were 3 houses that were burned down, lots of livestock lost. So we've just arrived home and it is pissing down with rain. Can you believe it? It's good though. Community meeting and back to another beautiful sunset. So we've now been dealing with the fires for about 2 weeks and they will still be fighting them for another couple of weeks. The firemen, firewomen, volunteers, the community, the government have been amazing. It's my first time living in the bush. As many of you know, I moved here just a few months ago from the city, so it's been quite the experience. I'm really glad to be home. It got within 5 k's of us. Most of our neighbours left, but there were a couple who stayed to fight the fires. Some stages it was leave immediately, and another stage it was take shelter, which means it's too late to leave, take cover, which is really, really scary. I mean, it's been an interesting experience. I know a bit more about the bush and the people now. So I knew when I moved here, I wanted to find another source of income, and an Airbnb seemed to be the obvious choice. Originally, I was going to put a yurt on the property, but then I kept seeing this bus on Marketplace. So I went and had a look at it and I fell in love straight away with this 1963 Bedford bus. Within a week, I had her on my property. I named her Betty. I plan on documenting the process of converting her. Now I have no experience in building or converting a bus, but there's so much information on YouTube, so I'm going to give it a red hot go. I mean, how hard can it be, right?